and chains come off.
Alright, this is my first official highway or freeway pull since I put the, since I got the bike running. By now you all know what I've done to it. And for the first time ever I've hit an indicated 110 on the stretch. This bike is exactly where I always wanted it to be. Never have I ever had to hold it from going off the limiter going uphill. Normally the only place I'd ever hit the limiter is coming down the hill on the other side of the freeway there. Thanks to the Humanashi performance parts, this bike is now doing the speed limit on the freeway going uphill. That's phenomenal. I'd be satisfied doing 95 k's an hour up here, and it would be dropping off 93, 90, 85 by the top of the hill. This is phenomenal. We're not even in a full tuck. This is better than I ever had hoped it would be. I really do have to keep more of an eye on my speed because I don't want to be thrashing it off the limiter, and we are going uphill right now. 110 kilometres indicated going uphill, can you believe it? On a CB125F. This is the steepest part of the hill where I'd normally be doing about 85 k's an hour. We haven't dropped below 100. Oh, 99. Right at the top of the hill, mind you, 98. You can't tell me that doing these modifications on a 125 doesn't make a difference. This is proof. I'm going to have to try and find, I've got plenty of footage on that stretch of freeway. I'm going to have to find some old footage where I was trying to go flat stick, as you do. I'll try and find it, I'll try and find some early footage when the bike was still completely stock, before I ever did anything to the airbox or the fuel injector. That will be curious. I have never, ever, ever had to throttle back on the freeway before. Those dirt bike clutch springs are doing a fantastic job of holding my clutch plates together. I was genuinely umming and ahhing about whether or not it's worth going back to the stock gearing. My fucking chain's come off. I'm currently running a 42 2.3 sprocket. The stock is 41. I've got an OEM sprocket kit, brand new, waiting to go on the bike. My fucking chain's come off. I might end up going back to the stock gearing because this bike has got too much power for this gear ratio. My fucking chain's come off. 42 by 14 is a gear ratio of exactly 3. Yeah, this is pretty good. I can hear a buzzing coming from the front and it's worrying me. My fucking chain's come off. What's this gonna do? I am hearing valve noise, which does worry me a little. Unless it's chain. My fucking chain's come off. The microphone's not going to pick up what I'm hearing anyway. I'm hearing a bit of chatter from the engine. I mean, I did check the valves obviously before I ran the engine after replacing the exhaust valve. And I have to check that chain to see if it's rubbing against the case or the chain guard at the front. It's going to be one of those two things.
My fucking chain's come off.
But at this point I think I'm going to go and change back to the stock gearing anyway.
My fucking chain's come off.
Here's that whistle in the helmet again. I don't know. It's like every second time I wear this helmet there's a whistle. I don't know how to get rid of it. Ill-seated visor perhaps. The ease with which this bike hits this speed now blows my mind. And I can't believe that I did all this myself in the dirt at the bottom of my back step. With nothing but a bag of odd tools and a little bit of gumption and spare parts support from my local Honda. Well, I say my local Honda, but I'm only about halfway to the local Honda. It's true, my local Honda's about 45 minutes of 110 kilometre an hour road. Going uphill, doing 108. Warragul Power Sports Honda is just down there. That's what we consider local in Country Vic. Bike's broken down.
What the f have I done? The bike has suddenly just stopped working. I don't know what I've done. I've lost my chain. My f***ing chain's come off. Fuck. Hey, my bike's broken down, the chain's snapped. I'm going to walk the bike back up there to the servo. But yeah, I'm alright, I'm unhurt, but I'm pretty well stuck. I'm riding along thinking like, I can hear a noise. And I'm thinking like, it sounds like it might be the chain, but I don't think it's the chain, but it might be the chain. And it turns out, yeah, it was the chain. But my fully enclosed chain bar is strong. So that's the chain.
All right. Oh, no time like the present, mate. Thanks for your help. Yeah, cheers. And so long as Highway Patrol leave me alone, I'll be all right. They've been pretty quiet up around here lately, actually.
Yeah, since they put the bloody cameras
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. They need the Highway Patrol to come in and do some office work.
Yeah. All right, that's not going anywhere.
A lot of them are throwing their hands up and walking in.
Yeah. Good riddance. Whoop.
The regional movie police academy.
Yeah.
Lower their standards and look what comes in.
Now I haven't left anything. I think we're all packed up. Whew. I'm thinking, should I refuel? But nah, I'll get home on this fuel, the speed I'll be doing. All right, thanks, Reg. All right, that legend there, ladies and gentlemen, his name was Craig, and he decided to come and help me try and stick my master link back on. And we took a photo of it. I found probably about 10 centimetres of electrical wire on the ground, stripped it, wrapped the wire around the master link, and we're just going to try and make it home, preferably before the GoPro battery runs out. But how about that? Fixed it. But the goal is going to be not flying. So that answers my question from earlier. What was I hearing? The answer is, of course, chain slap. All right, there's a car wanting to merge. Now, the plan is pretty simple. We're just going to keep the speed down and stick to the side. So I don't really want to be doing much faster than this. A nice, easy, gentle speed. And guess what? That cements my decision to put the OEM chain back on. At least being a Sunday, it's not going to be super hectic. I don't want to ride on the shoulder because it'll be slick as anything, but the benefit of being on the freeway is at least people can go round. I'm just trying to signal to each of these cars that I see them. I mean, you're supposed to do your head checks anyway, but it is what it is. How good is this? Oh. At least I've got the high-vis vest on. I feel like the biggest risk at the moment is launching. So very gentle on the throttle and I might be all right. I'm going to get a lot of that, I'm afraid. Yep, share the lane with me. That's why it's important I need to keep an eye on my mirrors, because normally I wouldn't hug the left-hand shoulder like this. I'd be a bit more assertive in my lane. But because I'm currently doing 40 kilometres under the speed limit, and I watch to see the positions of the cars overtaking me. I'm moving right off to the side here because there's a ginormous truck coming up behind me and I didn't want him getting into the lane. Like so. I could possibly be doing 100 right now, but the faster I go, the faster that chain's going to wear. The more heat I put into the chain, the more likely it's going to snap. So I'll just mitigate my risk, keep an eye on what's coming up behind me, and just try and maintain this 70 odd kilometres an hour. You know what? I'm going to have to get some Windex out on these mirrors. They need a good polish. Still going. Well, I don't want to jinx it yet because I've still got a decent hill to get over. But I'm very almost home. And the GoPro's still going. Unbelievable. I can't believe I lost a master link. Thanks to the chain guard, found all the pieces I needed except for a new clip. Me and old mate made one out of copper wire. Now, universe don't jinx me, but I made it home on that. I'm within 1.5 kilometres of home right now. GoPro's still going. I didn't have to call a tow. That is what I would call a successful repair. And I tell you what, this is also why I always carry tools. For the want of a 10mm, I would have been out of luck today. Thanks for coming on this adventure with me, and I'll catch you on the next one, which is going to be changing the chain and sprockets again. Far out. That is unbelievable. GoPro still going. And I made it home. Eat your heart out, MacGyver. Oh. I've got to show you what I did. I will, but I've got to get my gloves off first.